as well. Elite, Assetto Motorsport and R-Racing, of course, on pole position as we get ready for the start of the race. Away we go. It's a good start by Rolich. Look for McNeely in the white, blue and orange striped car on the outside of row 2. He's on the outside of Will McIntyre in red and black. Down behind them, Watson Warhurst, but as they go through Allard for the first time, Rolich has made a great start for R-Racing. It's a bug fight, 3 wide, 4 second position. How are they going to sort themselves out as they come into the complex? McNeely on the outside, is he going to get tagged? No, it was good stuff from Meekin, backed out of that, and it's McIntyre who pops up into P2.
Yeah, great stuff, great start. Let's just get out the back here to the fast stuff and let's hope nobody tags anyone. The car's sliding around, remember, untreaded road tyres here, but these young chargers charging up to that left-hander Noble, flat out, side by side, grass, all sorts going on, 3 abreast there in the middle of the pack. Hold your breath as they now turn into Goodwood and keep it pinned.
Yeah, let's hope that they all make it through. Meekin loses out another position there to Sonny Smith in the 72. I mentioned about another S. Smith in junior racing, that's Sid Smith in the Fiesta Juniors. He's leading that championship. He's coming into this. We're going to have 2. Oh, a penalty for Harry Reynolds, 10 seconds. That must be for the dodgy start. Yeah,
false start on our TSL screen there. So car 23, 10-second penalty. That was very quick. They sorted that out right away. So the marshals, one of their jobs. Oh, big off in the background there. That's one. Oh, that is a massive off, isn't it?
Yeah, that Shravan had his best result yesterday. Shravan Chumagable had to miss out on the last round, which was a pity. But McIntyre is putting pressure on Rolich as they go through the chicane for the first time. Let's see whether he can. This is what he does. He might not necessarily be on pole all the time, but he does fight his way through. He did it yesterday to take the first race win. There's Alicia Parmoski going through up ahead of James Wires, the Assetto Motorsport racer in the 88 car.
Yeah, the track ever so dusty. It's been so dry around the UK, isn't it? Look at that little overlap, but doesn't open the door massively, and Rolich gets away with that because McIntyre was down the inside. This is where it could get tasty. Now what, McIntyre? Oh, in the middle of the pack, spinner. Harry Reynolds, yeah, he's had a nightmare. He's already got a penalty change for the lead.
Here we come, and it's Liam McNeely who's worked this one out, goes on the inside, being chased by Sonny Smith as opposed to Sid Smith, who we'll see in the last 2 rounds, running with Fox Motorsport, and it's Fox looking for the lead, although, having said that, the R-Racing car of Josh Rolich gets a better run around the outside. McNeely's on the inside, everybody else wants to follow up on the inside as well, and the rest of the front pack coming in to join them, but it's McNeely out front. Up into second now goes Sonny Smith. Watch out for the red car of McIntyre in the mix as well.
Wow, look at this now, 2 by 2. Sonny Smith squeezes him out onto all the bumpers, all driving up in the air. But now look, you've got the new leader. McIntyre takes the lead, but it's not over yet because Rolich has still got straight line speed and cuts across him. Does he at the chicane? No, it's done. McIntyre leads the race.
Will Mack is there, William McIntyre, the race leader, and as I said, he is only 53 points. It's a race and a bit after drop scores down on Josh Rolich, so he needs every point that he can get over the remaining, well, hopefully this is the last race for today. We've got another 7 races, including this one. The championship is within his reach, and he's the top rookie, he's the top first-year driver. Where's he going to go next year? This is amazing for him. But now look at Rolich on the outside, into the grass. Off goes Rolich into the grass. Oh, another one lost.
Oh, that happened a while back. He's going to have to drop back in the pack because that's not his position. I mean, it wasn't fair that he was squeezed on the grass, in my opinion. It's a bit dusty. Look what he's doing. He's backing off so he doesn't have the advantage. Grass all in the radiator for Rolich,
yeah,
number
that's
10.
Not work for him, is it?
I think he's not going to give position up because he got squeezed on the grass, but now he's put himself in a real predicament. No, he is going to let them through. Well, I tell you what, mate,
well done.
That will be looked upon and given a round of applause. Fair play to you, boy.
And coming out into the lead now, it's Kanato Lee, who was on pole position yesterday, so started the weekend in 5 Vettel. McIntyre in red looks to the outside. Sonny Smith, I shouldn't have said Sid Smith because I was going to say Sid then, but it's Sonny Smith looking up on the inside run and to try and get second position from Kanato, who knows he's got the pace around here. Rolich in the mix, was 4th, going up on the inside of the elite car of Kanato Lee to go for 3rd.
Oh, it's great stuff, this really is great stuff. Warhurst there in that blue and black car in the middle of that other pack behind, having a go as well. Look, he's around the outside of Zach Meekin in the brightly coloured car in that second pack, but it's still McIntyre in the lead, and it's Warhurst who has to take to the grass, and Meekin taking to the grass, and they meet together just like a joker lap. Brilliant stuff. Look at the lead though.
Yeah, this is all going to change again. McIntyre there at the moment. This is the battle for the race lead. Through on the inside goes Smith. McIntyre goes on the grass, contains it well, gets back on the tarmac. Now Rowledge is coming through to try and take the lead, but spins.
Awful. This is just not good enough. We can't be squeezing people on the grass here. We've seen two terrible accidents today, and there's cars spinning. Who's that in the background? Is that Kanato Lee?
I think that's Akil Alibi. Is it a yellow one? It is Kanato on spot. Kanato. So Alibi in the yellow is the yellow that caught my eye. He's down behind the blue car at the moment. Is Akil, so he's looking to try and come through. Meanwhile, Maurice Henry coming up through the field from the back of the grid. He's up into 9th.
Unbelievable stuff, that, isn't it? Full-on attack from him, and that is proper stuff. But look at Rowledge there in that number 10. He's trying to get back on track, isn't he? And yeah, that was pretty depressing to watch. I know that the cars do run out wide, and they do, you know, struggle if they start tapping each other. But we've got to remember what's going on today. There's bits of car everywhere. But look at this lead. The lead here. This looks a bit tasty.
It does. So Liam McNeely, who was 4th a lap or so ago, is now challenging Sonny Smith for the race lead and comes up Woodham Hill into the chicane. No gap doing on the inside, so Liam will lock up, just follow and try and work out where he's got the legs, if appropriate, on Sonny Smith out front. So McNeely goes through in P2. That's his Rowledge and Smith and the followers. McIntyre in second at the moment. Here comes McNeely though, out of the slipstream, down the inside into Allard. Should convert that into P1. Yes,
that's excellent. That's how you do it. You don't need to squeeze people on a 5th gear corner on the exit when it's dusty and you're putting someone in a predicament where they're out of control. I just caught a glance there. I think that was Rowledge, was round the outside of somebody as well. But look at McNeely backing it in that 48. The rear sliding. The tyres now starting to give up. The tread blocks on these road tyres now starting to move around as the heat laterally across the circuit starts to energise the tyres and really makes them struggle. I think he went off on his own there, didn't he? Yeah, but then there was too much. There, we were lucky. Spinning in the middle of the pack is just not ideal. I mean, I've only had one look at it, Richard, but as a driver, the last thing you want to do is squeeze someone, and then Kanato Lee maybe on his own could have been. I think it's dirty and dusty out there to give them their due, but at the same time, you should never have to put anybody in that predicament if you don't need to. So, yeah, this is a few things. I think it's over-exuberant driving, but also the circuit is so dusty because of the temperatures we've had. I think that, you know, it's just being expanded, this problem. So yeah, that's
that rejoin that Rowledge did. How much control would he have had on the speed at that point? Because that, to me, wasn't a necessarily safe rejoin of the track, which you need to do in the MSA book.
You are absolutely bang on. I mean, that was desperation to get in front of everybody to make sure he could control what went on when he got back on track. But sometimes, Richard, look at this for a move. It's more difficult to brake on the grass, so you come out the throttle and just let the speed go. So I couldn't say, because I'm not in that car, but I've been in that situation.
Playing devil's advocate there, rather.
Yeah, no, mate. You absolutely bang on. It was fast, but that is a fast part of the circuit. There's no way he'd have gassed the throttle, because otherwise he'd have spun out. So yeah, that was interesting. Change of third though.
Yeah, it's Joe Warhurst coming up, and McIntyre, he's got a few positions over Rowledge at the moment. He's got the fastest lap in 5th position. So Rowledge has come through all that, still in 5th place. And it's Liam McNeely who leads this one. I keep wanting to call him Liam Fox after the old MP, but being Fox Motorsport. But I'm sure he wouldn't want to be named after an MP. But Liam McNeely, who's out front. And again, looking for his first win. I find it incredible that he's looking for his first win.
I remember waxing lyrical about him at Donington when he won the race, and he had such a fantastic battle with somebody last year, I think it was.
Aston Miller, was it?
Aston Miller, yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah,
and it was
what a race that was. Look it up if you haven't seen it.
Oh, it was amazing. But he's won races, he knows how to win them. But they are working together by the looks of it, because Sonny Smith could have just done him whenever he wanted to, but I don't think he wants to do him too quickly, because then it'll create a problem where they're side by side, and it'll just bring Joe Warhurst and other people into the mix as well.
Yeah, at the moment, potentially, Sonny Smith could be in the box seat here, because this is a game of chess, isn't it, very often, and you make your move maybe towards the closing stages of the race. Good to see Joe Warhurst now gets the fastest lap. That's the 3rd place car, the black and blue machine. McIntyre back in 4th, just 1 place ahead of his Arch Championship rival at the moment. There are points, remember, for fastest lap. Sonny Smith, though, is not shot by McNeely, who outbrakes himself, loses 2nd place, and now he's going to be the target.
What a nightmare. Unloaded tyre, stops rotating, gets a flat spot, makes him drive past the apex, and that was it. Game over. Sonny Smith in the lead. Big lead now, but I'll tell you what, that will go. That'll come down because already Joe Warhurst with the fastest lap of the race is through on the inside of Noble, cut straight across the front of him. And yeah, these guys are really starting to think about who's going to win now because they're not playing games anymore. This is flat out racing.
That's right. Here's a replay of Liam's lockup.
Front right starts to lock. He can't get his left foot off the brake quick enough to make the tyre rotate and grip that a little bit better. So yeah, that's it's a difficult thing. If I could show you a pedal box in these cars when these kids are driving round here, you wouldn't believe your eyes. It's the left foot braking, blipping the throttle on the downshift. They're doing things that I couldn't even do when I was 35 and driving at a high level.
They're amazing, aren't they, these youngsters? Talking to the guys from R Racing yesterday and saying how the youngsters are coming out of juniors and going to the likes of European GT, British GT, and the older drivers in that are looking at it and saying, how are they doing what they're doing?
It's unbelievable, and this is an unbelievable little fight here.
Yeah, good one here. So Seb Hopkinson in the, Luke Hopkinson in the 42 and the 23 having a go as well. Harry Reynolds, not weekends for Harry, dropping away a little bit in the championship, which is a shame. Remember, he's got the 10-second penalty as well. That drops him down to 15th place.
Yeah, so look at this then. So Lee McNeely in the 48. He's in the toe there in the 95, but that was the change there. That's on William Mack, isn't it?
Yeah.
Was that Rolich again getting involved? Who was that who passed him?
He's in the cars behind, number 10. He's actually up into second position now, Rolich, with Warhurst down to third. Liam McNeely in white and orange is in fourth place. Then, here's a replay.
Oh, is that round the outside?
Look at Rolich.
Oh, Rolich. Oh, Rolich. Oh, Rolich. What a move. What a move. Ladies and gentlemen,
Championship leader.
That's how you do it. But look at this now. Oh, it's game on. Warhurst involved.
It is 3 wide for the race lead here. Rolich to the outside, left of shot. The blue and black car of Warhurst. He's going to deserve a win here as well, but any of them would be worthy winners out of this bunch. I was going to say quartet, but it's quintet because McIntyre's there as well. Is it going to start to get physical? Now the other R Racing boys are coming up. We've got 3 elite cars. We must have about half a dozen R Racing cars in the mix. A Prep Tech, a Fox, a Seto need to join the party as well.
Wow, look at this. Oh, I can't even count how many cars there are. There's like 8, 9, 10. There's so many cars. Will they all get through the chicane? No, a couple don't, but side by side through the chicane. Absolutely brilliant. This is how we race. This is proper stuff now.
Here we come then, across the line we go again. This battle is on for podium positions. Looking up the inside is Mackenzie Douglas in blue. First name check for him. He's up with Liam McNeely, who was the race leader a couple of laps ago. Meanwhile, it is on big time for the lead. Sonny Smith-Brown to the outside right of shot. Is he going to be able to pull this off? Rolich still there. Warhurst in second. Sonny Smith has to go the other side. He's in third position. Willie Mack is back in fourth place. Is McIntyre going to sneak onto the podium over the last couple of laps?
Wow, how many changes for the lead have we had? This is exceptional stuff, and there's still 2 minutes left. I'll guarantee you will not finish how it is at the minute, side by side as well, going into Noble. Some of these guys. What's that from Rolich, the race leader? Jinx to the right. He didn't want to dive down the inside for the 95, so the 95 thinks, nah, whatever, mate, I'm coming round your outside. Have some of that. Sonny Smith in the 72 into the back of Rolich. It's now 3 for the lead. Proper stuff as they go down to church.
Yeah, magnificent racing here. Rolich gets defensive, and now it's Sonny Smith following through on the inside of Warhurst, who's trying to brave it out on the outside. Now switches to the inside, out of church. Up Woodham Hill they come. The last lap board is being prepared, so we've got one more lap of Ginetta Junior action to go. Here we come, up Woodham Hill. Leader is Josh Rolich, the championship leader, and he's under massive pressure, but he's been in this position many times before. Into the chicane in front of a packed chicane, a grandstand this weekend at the chicane as ever, and across the line, one more lap to go. Who's in the box seat here? Rolich the leader, Smith second, Warhurst back in third.
Wow, 10 for the lead, Richard, 10 for the lead. I just counted them through the chicane, unbelievable. Look at these two go. Rolich was gesticulating to Sonny Smith saying, come on, stop hitting me, let's just get on with it and fight in the last corner. Fight is what they do. Campbell Cobb Seagrave coming up round the outside, rear lost. Warhurst tries to get involved, and now Rolich has got a bit of a gap, but look, Sonny Smith coming back with the car. cars sliding all over the place.
Sonny Smith had the tiniest bit of opposite lock in the middle of the complex, didn't he? And that's cost him a little bit because Warhurst is being squeezed to have a little bit of a kiss and a cuddle. Here comes Will McIntyre, who needs to get as many points as he can in this one to keep in touch with Rolich. McIntyre side by side with his teammate. It's R Racing 1 and 2 at the moment, Elite 3 and 4, R Racing 5th. Here comes McIntyre. What can he do about Warhurst? This has really, I think, gifted the race to Rolich.
Wow, it really has. It's all over now. It's the fight for second place, and there's 10-11 cars behind him. And look at Sonny Smith. He's gone for battling for the lead to try to fend off Warhurst. Is there any brake lights? No, of course there's not, because they're all 14 to 17-year-old rattling that rear axle. Look at this for second place. Unreal.
Absolutely incredible stuff, and it's Sonny Smith there at the moment. Warhurst comes out of the tow, goes level with him as they go up Woodland Hill. McIntyre's looking on the outside as well. I don't think McIntyre's going to make it onto the podium, or is he? But out front, Rolich is going to take the win. Sonny Smith still in second. Watch McIntyre trying to squeeze up through. It's Watts coming through, the 37 car having a superb run as well. Luke Watts, meanwhile, the checker flag is at the ready, and it's going to be another win for Josh Rolich, who takes the second win of the week. Points.
Yeah, and rightly so, and a lot of my friends do that. So checker flag way, Josh Rolich. Look at this for P2. That was second place, so close. Joe Warhurst nearly getting it, but Smith got it. Unreal.
So here's how they finished. Round 19, Josh Rolich takes it, rookie win, and second place.